Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and in this video I'm going to show you how to grab the Nessie Achievement / Trophy for reaching the barge without being seen on the mission Wetwork, which is the third mission in the game. This can be done on any difficulty, so feel free to turn it down. I'm doing it on the standard normal difficulty. The first thing you're going to want to do is just go forward, remain hidden. You'll have a throwing knife available to you to grab the first enemy. Once you do that, you can pick the throwing knives back up off the enemies whenever you need to, but you'll also pick up a silenced pistol, which will also be pretty helpful on our journey through here. There's about 10 to 12 enemies in total, and what I would recommend is trying to clear out the right side, then clear the kind of patrol boat in the middle, then clear the left side and the second patrol boat, and then you'll just have a couple of enemies left at the end. If an enemy is standing right at the very edge of the dock, taking them out with a knife or a headshot will make them fall into the water, so the other enemies around won't be as suspicious. So you'll see the patrol boat go across here. I'm going to ignore it for now, and I'm going to continue up the right-hand side. For the patrol boat, you always want to end up behind it in a position where you can headshot both of the people inside of the patrol boat. And you don't want to be too close to other enemies or they'll see you or hear you. That's why we're taking out a couple of more enemies before going for the patrol boat. I'm just going up the right-hand side here. Luckily, there's also a lot of checkpoints as you play through this. So as you saw, I just missed my headshot and had to use 2 bullets instead of 1. If I messed up there, I would just have paused the game and then I would basically just restart the checkpoint and you'd be able to continue forward pretty easily. Although for the purposes of this recording, I did do it all at once. Once I make it to almost all the way up the shoreline on the right-hand side, there's usually an enemy here, so I'm going to take them out. And now I'm going to start working my way back. I'm going to go into the middle to hopefully grab the 2 people in the patrol boat. And then I'm going to start working along the left side. Obviously, because I'm facing backwards now, it's on the right-hand side of the screen, but it's pretty much the left-hand side from where we entered. So there's always going to be 2 people in the patrol boat. It can be very hard to see both their heads, so make sure you line up the headshots well so they don't actually get spooked out and notice you, or else, obviously, if they see you, the achievement or trophy is voided and you'll have to restart the mission or restart the checkpoint. After I've taken out the first patrol boat, there's going to be a couple of enemies left on the left side. There's usually 2 or 3 enemies on the left side here that can be very close together. If they are, you can either try to line up 2 quick headshots or 2 quick throwing knives, or wait until they separate a little bit. For the purpose of keeping the video nice and brief, I just grabbed both of them as quickly as possible, grabbed the throwing knives to make sure I had enough of those and enough ammo, and then I continued up the left-hand side. If you've taken care of most of the enemies within the kind of central part of the docks, as you approach the shoreline at the end where the barge is, this should trigger the secondary patrol boat to spawn. You'll notice that by a little piece of dialogue that comes over the radio, and if you press the view objectives button, it should mark that patrol boat for you. It'll come right up the middle, back and forth, so we're going to try to catch it on its first movement through the river here or through the water. We're going to line up right behind it. We're going to make sure we can grab both headshots. They do stop and they do move pretty slowly. It can still be a little bit tough to hit all your shots. You may also want to reload your pistol, unlike me, before you take your shots. But once the patrol boat's taken care of and they also haven't seen you, there should only be 3 enemies left on the left-hand side for you. So just make sure when you get out of the water and onto the dock, they're not directly facing you. And as soon as you do, you should be able to pretty easily take them out as well, via headshots or via knife throws. The first enemy even spotted me very, very briefly, but because they didn't really aim or take fire or get fully alerted, it let me continue on. For some reason, my Xbox wasn't showing them pop up on screen, but I will pause the game and show you that it did unlock, just as proof. Thank you so much for watching. Share the video with a friend, drop a like. Special thank you to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you soon. Peace.